There's a new mid-range contender in town. Meet the Google Pixel 9a. And if you're wondering whether this device offers the most bang for your buck, you're in the right place. Every year, the Pixel A series keeps getting better, and this one might just be the sweet spot for budget-conscious users looking for premium features. Google pitches the Pixel 9a as a wallet-friendly alternative to its flagship line, but it doesn't fall far behind in features. In fact, it steps up from last year with a bigger screen, a larger battery, faster charging, and improved cameras. Unlike other Pixel models, the 9a ditches the signature visor-like camera bump, going for a sleeker, flatter design with flush cameras. The matte finish plastic back meets the aluminum frame at a sharp edge, giving it a clean, modern feel, and it's surprisingly lightweight and comfortable to hold. One of the standout upgrades is the IP68, water and dust resistance. Yes, it's now on par with the flagship Pixels. You also get a 6.3-inch OLED display, similar to the Pixel 9, with 1080p resolution and Gorilla Glass 3 protection. This screen is a stunner, hitting 1250 nits of brightness manually and boosting up to 1900 nits in auto mode, making it ultra-usable even in direct sunlight. Sure, the bezels are a bit thicker than those on premium models, but the display still looks sharp and vibrant. Plus, scrolling feels silky smooth thanks to the 120 Hz refresh rate, which smartly drops to 60 Hz when idle to conserve battery. For sound, you get stereo speakers that deliver clear, balanced audio, adding to the overall solid user experience. The Pixel 9a may be a mid-ranger, but it punches way above its weight class. Whether you're upgrading on a budget or just want flagship-like features without the flagship price, the Pixel 9a deserves serious consideration. They earned a loudness score of good in our testing, and the audio quality holds up with clean mids, though there's nothing particularly impressive about the bass or highs. For biometrics, there's an under-display optical fingerprint reader that's fast and reliable. Storage-wise, the Pixel 9a comes with either 128 or 256 gigs on board, but there's no microSD slot for expansion. It ships with Android 15 pre-installed, and like other Pixels, it offers a clean Android experience with a few exclusive Pixel features. While AI used to be the standout feature of the Pixel lineup, many of those tools are now found on a wide range of Android phones. Still, the Pixel 9a puts Google's Gemini Assistant front and center, delivering the same AI functionality you'd find on other Pixel and Android devices. One unique highlight is Pixel Studio, a creative hub for generating custom visuals with AI. Though it doesn't support photorealistic image generation involving people, it works well for most other uses. Google Photos continues to impress with its Magic Editor, which lets you erase unwanted objects or even change the color of the sky with AI tools. The camera app is also packed with AI features. AdMe allows you to insert someone into a group photo after the fact or even clone subjects for cool effects, while Best Take lets you swap faces or objects from similar shots to capture the perfect moment. Google is serious about long-term support, promising 7 years of timely updates for the Pixel 9a. Under the hood, the Pixel 9a runs on the same Google-made Tensor G4 chipset found in the flagship Pixels. While it doesn't quite match the raw power of high-end Snapdragon chips in benchmark tests, everyday performance is smooth and responsive. Gaming also felt fluid and consistent, with no noticeable slowdowns, and the phone held up impressively during our stress tests without major thermal throttling. So, if you're looking for a smart, AI-powered phone with a clean Android experience and long-term support, the Pixel 9a proves you don't have to break the bank for a reliable and future-ready device. It's a noticeable improvement over what we saw with the Pixel 8a and even the other Pixel 9 models. The Pixel 9a now packs a larger 5,100 mAh battery, and the battery life is better, too. In our tests, it earned a solid active use score of 12 hours and 30 minutes, which is great for a mid-range device. Google has bumped up the charging speed from 18 watts to 23 watts, an upgrade, but still not exactly fast. And no surprise here, there's no charger in the box. We managed to charge the Pixel 9a from 0 to 47% in 30 minutes, with a full charge taking about 1 hour and 41 minutes. There's also support for wireless charging, which adds convenience. Now, onto the cameras. The Pixel 9a introduces a new 48MP main camera on the back, paired with the same ultra-wide camera as last year. While it skips out on pro-level features like manual controls or a dedicated pro mode, the image quality is genuinely impressive. The main cam captures sharp, true-to-life photos with natural colors and reliable results even in tricky lighting conditions. Portrait mode also stands out, though the phone automatically applies a bit of digital zoom. Typically at 1.5x or 2x, the skin tones look natural, textures are realistic, and background separation is almost flawless. All zooming is digital, handled through the main sensor, and the quality holds up surprisingly well. Even at 2x, the shots are perfectly usable. A cool bonus is macro shooting. Thanks to the main cam's close focusing distance, you just move the phone near your subject, and it automatically switches to macro mode. The detail and clarity in those close-ups are impressive. When it comes to low-light photography, the Pixel 9a really delivers. It uses automatic night mode frequently, and the main camera captures excellent night shots with rich detail, great colors, and very little noise. So, if you're into mobile photography and want dependable results without breaking the bank, the Pixel 9a is more than capable. Both shadows and highlights are handled well, with light sources nicely contained. Honestly, there's not much to complain about here. Now let's talk about the ultra-wide camera, which holds its own in daylight. Colors stay consistent with the main cam, and detail is solid, though sharpness does drop off around the edges, and things get a bit rough in low light. At night, ultra-wide shots are usable as long as you don't zoom in too much. The dynamic range is actually impressive, but the photos turn out so soft they can look almost out of focus. Night sight mode helps sharpen things up a bit. Here are some shots with it manually turned on. Moving to the front, the selfie cam is 13 megapixels, but it outputs 12MP shots. They look great, with lots of detail and natural skin tones. Even though the focus is fixed, the focal depth is wide enough to keep most shots looking sharp and flattering. You can shoot 4K video on all three cameras, but only the main cam supports 60 frames per second. 4K footage from the main cam has decent color and dynamic range, though it's a little soft. The ultra-wide video quality isn't great. Even in broad daylight, there's visible noise, especially in the corners. The good news is that image stabilization works well, keeping all your clips smooth even in 4K. In low light, video from the main cam is surprisingly decent. So, there you have it, the Google Pixel 9a. It's a strong all-rounder with a bright screen, great camera performance, and long-term software support. It also fixes some of the Pixel 8a's biggest issues by adding better water resistance, faster charging, and improved thermal management. If you're in the market for a mid-range Pixel, this is the best one yet. Thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.